What's going on, guys? It's Noah, and today we're going to be going over some fishing line, as you can tell from the title. Basically just going to be going over what I use, when I use it, how I use it, all kinds of different stuff, basically revolving around line today. Hopefully tomorrow it's going to be 70 degrees for the first time in weeks, so hopefully we're going to be able to go out and do some fishing. I'm going to try. It's supposed to rain, so I'll toss you guys into a case and I'll still go out there and try it, see if we can get a fishing video together for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you guys enjoy my next one. If you're not already, go ahead and subscribe now. Hit a like on there. That'll get this video more attention and everything. Spread my channel a little bit. I appreciate all the love, guys. Let's jump into these lines. Alright, so for starters we have monofilament in a greenish color by Trilene. We have spider wire 50-pound braid. We have Stren fluorocarbon 15-pound, and we also have Seagar fluorocarbon 15-pound. I'm going to go over these fluorocarbons because fluorocarbon is my favorite, my personal favorite. It's basically what I use all the time. I'm going to go over these at the end to basically just give a little bit of difference between the brands, like what I've noticed and stuff like that, personal use. We're starting with braid. Okay, so braid, what's great about it? Braid is super freaking strong. You know, if you've ever had line and used line and you didn't have like a pair of nail clippers or scissors with you and you just use your teeth, these are a fisherman who does that. This is their worst nightmare. You can't bite through this crap. I have before, I've tried, but when it gets up to like 50-pound and 65-pound, there's no biting through it. So it kind of sucks with that. But this stuff is so strong. This is 50-pound. I normally get 65-pound, but I remember when I got this, they didn't have any 65 available. So this is spider wire. Spider wire is my choice for when I'm using braid. That's just the line that I prefer. It's in moss green color, which is the only reasonable color I really see. I don't understand some of like yellows and stuff like that. I don't know. But braid is, it can just endure the rip whenever you're setting the hook on something like a jig or something of that nature. When you're punching heavy cover, when you're doing all that kind of stuff, it just basically makes it so that you can tighten your drag all the way and just rip it back without having to worry about the line breaking. All you got to worry about is the knot you tie, and obviously if the knot you tie is good, then you'll be good. The line breaks very seldomly. It hardly ever breaks. Unless you put it under extreme tension, or it gets like caught or stuck or rubs up against something like a rock that can chip away the little fibers. That's the only thing that sucks. If you're fishing something with like a lot of rocks, you may not want to use braid because it can keep chipping and keep chipping and keep chipping and eventually break the braid a little bit easier compared to something like fluorocarbon or monofilament. So yeah, the only other another downside of braid is basically that it can be seen by the fish. And in all honesty, from testing this and testing fluorocarbon, testing monofilament, and just using it throughout the years, I've really noticed that fish do see when you're using braid, or can see when you're using braid. Some fish are sensitive to it, some aren't. Depends on where you're fishing. I found a lot of the spots that I fish, they're really sensitive to braid, so it has to be a cloudy day, or it has to be a lot of heavy cover where they can't really even see the braid, or I have to be fishing it on top. So that's one thing that sucks. Or you can, if you tie on a monofilament or a fluorocarbon leader onto this, it makes it a little bit easier. That way you can still use most of the strength of the braid, and you don't have to worry as much about the fish seeing it, because with mono or fluorocarbon it's basically invisible and they won't be able to see it underwater. So yeah. So that's basically the downsides to the braid, but it's got upsides. It's got the ability to be ripped back when you're fishing a jig or something like that, or I mean anything that you need to set the hook really good on a fish, or if you're fishing in heavy cover. Basically the only time I'll use this is when I'm fishing top waters like a frog on top of lily pads, or if I'm fishing a jig in some heavy cover. Those are the two times that I'll really try implementing braid into my fishing rods and reels and lines and stuff, and it's not my favorite. It's not one I use the most, so that's why it's going over first. And yeah. So next on the list we got some, I think it's trilene. Yeah, it's trilene monofilament. This is 15-pound mono, 900 yards. So 125 yards, 900 yards. You're gonna get a lot more out of monofilament. Monofilament is a lot cheaper than braid and fluorocarbon. It is the cheapest on the list, so that's a bonus to it. Downside to monofilament is that after a little while, after about 2 weeks, you might want to change out your line. Your line's going to get kind of, it's going to get just messed up. It's going to get frayed. You're going to need to retie. Your knot strength isn't going to be as much. Just all kinds of stuff to basically make you need to use the 900 yards that's on this compared to just 125 they give you on something like braid. You're going to be going through this stuff. Obviously there's so much of it that it's hard to go through it easily. So you won't be going through it easily, I wouldn't say that, but you are going to have to be retying more, re-spooling more, just to be on the safe side in case you do hook a big fish after you've been using this for a while, because you don't want it to break off. You don't want anything bad like that to happen. Filament, another bonus to it, it floats. So if you're fishing topwater, I like a lot of times to tie it on a monofilament leader because it helps the bait stay on top a lot better. I love using it for stuff like buzz baits. I love using it for stuff like frogs, jitterbugs. I don't use as much anymore, but I'll use it for stuff like that. Poppers, just all that kind of stuff. Monofilament is great for topwater baits, and that's basically what I use it for, especially, like I said, the buzz bait for frog. That's what I use it for. Other than that, honestly, I don't use monofilament too much. I basically just use this as leader line for whenever I'm fishing topwaters. I don't really ever spool up my whole reel with monofilament just because it's a lot cheaper to do it that way, but I just prefer to have stuff like fluorocarbon, whatever. If you can afford fluorocarbon, keep putting fluorocarbon on, then do it. It's my favorite line. I'm a little bit biased. It's my favorite line. I love fluorocarbon. It's always been trustworthy for me. Monofilament is a lot cheaper, so if you have to, you can definitely go this route. You can definitely fish a bait that has to go underwater with something like this. You don't just have to fish topwaters with it. But I'm saying for me, my personal use, it's better for me to use this for topwater and just leader line basically. So now getting into my favorite stuff, fluorocarbon. There are two different brands, and the reason I kind of grabbed both these, well, not just because of the fact that I have these two. Basically, I've tried Seaguar before, I've tried Stren before. In my honest opinion, Seaguar, I believe, is supposed to be the better brand, the better label, but Stren has been better for me personally as far as just overall usage. So Stren has been super helpful for me, and I've been using it for a while now. In most of my videos I have Stren on my line, except for my last one I had Seaguar, and if you noticed, I never had a problem with Stren when it was getting cold out or anything, or I left my line for a while casting and hearing line noise and having high memory. Fluorocarbon is known to have high memory, which is basically it wanting to stay spooled. So when you cast it out, it'll make a noise. If you guys noticed in my last video, if you didn't, go click on it. I'm going to put it somewhere on the screen, hopefully. I got to figure out how to do that, but I'm going to put it somewhere. Go click on that video, and you will see me going, casting and being like, what the heck's going on? I don't know why it's making this noise. I had Seaguar at that point on there, and Seaguar apparently may have more memory than Stren. I don't know this for a fact, but just from my personal use, the Seaguar had a higher memory than the Stren, and I actually had to try to stretch out the line and get it to lose some of its memories so that it wouldn't, make the noise anymore. I never had a problem with that with Stren. The only downside that I've had to Stren before is I have lost a fish before on it, snap the line, but you can snap line on anything. So in my personal opinion, I prefer Stren. It's cheaper than Seaguar. But Seaguar is supposed to be the better brand. It's so complex. In my personal opinion, I like Stren better. Go ahead, hate in the comments below. It's all good. We didn't really go over the benefits or the downsides to using fluorocarbon. So I guess we're gonna just jump into that right now. Basically, fluorocarbon are definitely some circumstances where I'd rather have monofilament or I'd rather have braid. But most often than not, it's going to be going with fluorocarbon. Stren, Seagar, any brand that you prefer, that's what I'm going to be using is fluorocarbon. So yeah, now you guys know my opinion on all this stuff. Now you know the perks of everything. Just go back down real quick. Braid, super durable. You can rip that stuff up and it won't break. It's a little bit on the more expensive side. Fish can see it underwater. Main things to note for that. We got monofilament, super duper cheap. You're gonna have to tie on new monofilament quite often. Great for top water, and fish can. I think it's like 90% can't see the. It's 90% invisible underwater, but there's still a little bit of visibility there. Then we got the fluorocarbon, which is super awesome, super durable, invisible underwater. Bad side is a little bit high memory. It's a little bit more expensive, but in my opinion, this stuff is the best. It's definitely worth it. Go out and check it out, and try your own stuff. See what you like best. You can go to your local Walmart and just buy a couple different. I keep those in my bag. I keep all those types of lines in my bag just in case I ever want to use them, ever want to tie on a monofilament leader, anytime I have a lot of cover and I need to tie on some emergency braid. And then fluorocarbon just because I go through it so consistently. So that's all I got for you guys today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, next video we're going to be trying to go outside. I'm doing something a little bit new. Now you see I got this little poster board here, and basically if you guys want to shout out on my channel, all you're going to have to do now is comment, and I'll select a random comment. I'm not going to do like a video selecting the comments or anything, but anybody that comments has a chance to be like shouted out on my channel. So who commented on the last video was Fishing, I think it's Fishing Space Channel. I was supposed to put a space bar here, but I got lazy. So go check them out. I think he's got like 2,000 subscribers, so he's got a crazy amount of subscribers. He's doing way better than me, but go check him out. Puts out some great content. Comments on my videos and a whole bunch of other YouTubers' videos to show that he's really active within the community. So go ahead and go check out some of his videos and subscribe. If you guys want to be or have the possibility of being shouted out on my next video, go ahead and just comment down below anything you want. What kind of videos you want to see, if you guys enjoyed the video, all kinds of different stuff. Just go ahead and comment below. If you could, like the video for me, it'll help get it out there a little bit. If you haven't already, subscribe so you know when the next one's coming. And just check out some more of my videos. If you guys want to see me actually using the fluorocarbon to catch some really big bass, then go ahead and check out this video, how to catch big bass. I'll figure out how to put that there. There's 2 videos that I'm going to put somewhere over this, in all this video. I don't know how to do that. I have to learn. It's stressful, but I'm going to figure it out. Trying to come out with better content for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching NT Fishing. I'll see you guys next time.